The most common lame excuse in order for you to conquer your competition for more quality leads. This is episode number 346 of the My Online Toolbox weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Last week, we were discussing how to plan now to attract ideal clients and having a strategy for long term opportunities. But this week, we're getting right into the most common lame excuse, underscore lame excuse. And that is people spend way too much time in their comfort zones where they get into a habit, whatever that habit may be, and they basically kind of just adapt to hoping that things will change. But the reality is they have to move into the fear zone because when you fall into your comfort zone and you kind of just try something here and there to make changes, it rarely works. Every once in a while, we do hear a success story where somebody does one or two things different and it works, but that breaks the norm. So, what we want you to do is realize that the most common lame excuse that we hear over and over again is I do not have time or my people do not have time. You have to realize it's a lame excuse. It's a BS excuse because that is the one asset we all need to have to master to be able to slice little areas of whatever your schedule may be. It might be 15 minutes on a Saturday. It might be a specified time once a week for 15 minutes out of a lunchtime. But whatever it is that you're looking to master, whether it's marketing, business efficiency, finance, most people don't spend the time to be educated properly. And that right there is that when you say you don't have the time, no, we all don't have the time. It's the same thing for every single person. And the majority of the successful people spend a very specific amount of pre allocated time, and that's the key focus pre allocated time to get better at what they do. It doesn't mean working harder because we can replace time with working harder, but time to be educated is something you need to take responsibility for. And you better make sure that your employees that are taking responsibility for certain tasks are putting aside a certain amount of time. There's no specific number, whether it's weekly or monthly or quarterly, but you better have something on the calendar scheduled in advance in order to make yourself better. So, what we like to do is just even bring up that just this week we had with Markup and Profit, sometimes known as also Construction Program Results, we had a fantastic real life case study with someone who's been in business for almost 20 years, or over 20 years, excuse me, and we were showing how over a 2 year period, the last 2 years, how there was a dramatic change in his marketing performance because upwards of the last 2 years ago, his entire success was based on word of mouth and localized networking, but he really didn't do any marketing. So he did take the time to learn. He took a little bit of time to plan, and now here we are going into 2025, and he's the strongest he's ever been with his marketing opportunities on top of the strength of the construction company he built. So please don't say you don't have the time because it is a lame BS excuse, and it's your job to make sure that you and your employees, especially at least when it comes to marketing, are scheduling it in advance. And what we'd like to do is also, we always like to say, what's good enough for the goose is good enough for the gander. And here we are. And this is something please take to heart because we are on this week episode number 346. Just take out your calculator, divide by 52, and see how much dedication we've made towards this particular topic of quick tips. And we're not going to get into how it benefits My Online Toolbox, but you could bet it benefits somehow because we are allocating the time in advance to be able to communicate to mostly our clients and every once in a while a prospect who's been following us for years and then finally something goes wrong and they finally realize that they have to make a change. But our commitment to maintaining this continuity has been met 346 times in a row. Now, just think about the effort it takes to do that. And now, also, if you go to our Instagram channel, we just went over 190 weekly featured projects. And until you follow us there and look at those projects, that's the best of ongoing brand marketing in the construction industry. And it's second to none. There's no one who could duplicate our efforts. And at the same time, the efforts are matched with our ability to allocate time to be able to express it to our customers and potential prospects. Again, we're focusing in on time. We're not just bragging, even though a little bit of bragging, but we've been able to consistently show that when we go and build a plan to whatever it is we look to do, that we're not just trying it, but we're maintaining it over a ridiculously extended period of time. So you need to do the same. So for anybody here, at least at the marketing level, if you have any people in your orbit, whether it's yourself new to your own company or you're hiring new employees and they're going to take over any type of marketing topics, the vast majority of the people have not been educated in marketing, let alone marketing for the contracting industry. So please, as an essential skill, just have them take the basic class and hopefully the advanced class too. The price is never the issue. That's what we never hear, ever. It's always, I don't have a day and a half. I don't have 2 days and a half to learn these essential skills, which is BS. But because if they're going to take over on helping you position yourself for 1 to 2 years out, you better hope they know what they're doing, because it's going to take them 6 months to a year to even figure out whether they're efficient or not. And then you will have missed out on the real opportunities. So again, whether it's marketing, whether it's business efficiency, whether it's finance, whatever those topics are, please schedule time in order to learn to get better and work smarter. This is my online toolbox reminding you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week.